the Bible. Yeah, the first long-known UFO sighting took place in 1947 by this man called Kenneth Arlen. Kenneth Arlen saw what he said was a couple of silver-colored objects in the sky while he was flying his little biplane around Mount Raymond in Washington, D.C. And he said that the objects that he saw looked like saucers skipping on water. So the next day when the report came to the newspaper, they changed the words a bit and said that they looked like flying saucers. And that's where the term flying saucers comes from 1947, from this man Kenneth Arlen who saw this. The most well-known and well-documented and well-witnessed UFO sighting actually took place in Phoenix, Arizona in 1997, the 13th of March. There were two different incidences on this night. The first one happened about 8 o'clock in the night skies. People saw what they witnessed was a triangular-shaped object moving over the night skies. Just like you see in this photograph from that time. About 2 hours later, at 10 o'clock, hundreds, if not thousands, of witnesses around Phoenix, Arizona saw what they saw was a row of lights over the horizon. The Air Force obviously came forward with some theories of what they think it was, whether it be flares or balloons or airplanes, but to this day nobody knows what exactly took place. These photographs, hundreds of videos on YouTube. This is the most well-documented and widely witnessed UFO case ever, making this the most well-known one in human history. It's called the Phoenix Lights Incident. Now you might think, well, these things are very modern. How far does UFOs go back? Would you believe that they go all the way back to the Bible? So if you want to see the UFOs in the Bible, open up the Bible to Ezekiel chapter 1. And we'll read about God's UFO. And we are still a Christian evangelical church, so we think we joined the cults. We're all going to get beamed up. There we go, Tony, Ezekiel chapter 1, we're going to read about God's UFO.
I looked and I saw a windstorm coming out of the north, an immense cloud with flashing lightning, and surrounded by a brilliant light. The center of the fire looked like glowing metal, and in the fire was what looked like 4 living creatures. In the appearance of their forms human, but each of them had 4 faces and 4 wings. Their legs were straight, their feet were like those of a calf, and gleamed like burnished bronze. Under their wings, on the 4 sides, they had human hands. All 4 of them had faces and wings, and the wings of one touched the wings of another. Each wing straight ahead, and did not turn as they moved.
Anything to embrace? This takes place in 600 BC. After the United Israel is divided between north and south. The northern kingdom, I told you a couple of weeks ago, it was taken over by the Syrians, and the 10 tribes there became the lost tribes of Israel, scattered all over the northern empire. Eventually, King Nebuchadnezzar in 600 BC conquers the southern part of the kingdom of Judah. So he takes all of the Jews that are in Judah and he takes them to exile in Babylon. Babylon is modern day Iraq. One of the Jews that were taken into exile was a man called Ezekiel, a young man, 25 years old, and there he's sitting by the rivers of Babylon. You heard that before? By the rivers, that's where it comes from, Ezekiel chapter 1. He was sitting there by the rivers of Babylon, and all of a sudden God reveals himself to him in a vision. And what he sees is a windstorm coming out of the north, and in this he sees lightning and thunder, and he sees something in the middle. He sees 4 living creatures in the middle of the storm, and these are angels. Now the Bible is you should be very familiar with angels in the Bible. From Genesis to Revelation, they are biblical doctrinal fact. They are mentioned about 295 times in the Bible, angels. And 100% of those times is when angels actually appear to man. So they're definitely in the Bible, they're there, it's a fact of the Bible. But there are different kinds of angels. And angels were created by God. It's not like us when He created Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve procreated and had children and children and children. All the angels, all the billions of angels are created by God one by one. Can you believe it? There's no procreation in them. There's no marriage. And therefore there are no female angels. As hot as this one might be, I would not mind. Dan Bevan seen a couple of deep blonde hotties up in heaven, right? But they do not exist, alright? In the Bible, there's no record of female angels. There's no need for them. All the angels in the Bible are called the sons of God, and they appear in human manly form. If there's no female angels, therefore there are no baby angels. As cute as he may be. Or she may be. There's no baby angels in we do not become angels when we pass on. When we die and go on to our afterlife, we remain in this form, just in our soul or spirit form. Alright, now there's some different kinds of angels. Throughout the Bible, angels are mentioned and look like this. It says most of the time, 90% of the time, angels appear in human form. They look like a man. The only difference is they're bright shining. They shine like the sun. And you'll notice most of the times that they mention angels, they don't mention them with wings. And we always have an image of angels with wings. But 90% of the time in the Bible, they don't have wings. There's only two special classes of angels that have wings. The cherubim. Everybody say cherubim.
Cherubim.
And the seraphim. Everybody say seraphim. The cherubim and seraphim, these are the only special class of angels in the Bible that are said to have wings. You can see the one on the left is the one that we're going to focus on today, the cherubim. It looks like, it says it's got human form. Basically, that's just means from head to toe, it looks like a human, but the rest is completely different. It's got 4 wings, 2 that cover the body, and 2 for flying. And the interesting one is it's got 1 head with 4 faces. You see that? 1 head, and it's got a face of a lion, a man, an ox, and an eagle. And commentators and theologians have said, well, you know, there could be a spiritual application in that to us. And I'll just briefly go over this. I mentioned it before. These faces, they say, on this angel actually represents the 4 characteristics of Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ is the Lion of Judah, represented by the face of a lion. He's the Messiah, the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords. The ox on the right-hand side there, that was the beast of burden. It was a servant that served the master. That's all it was there for. It was for working the grounds. Jesus Christ became a servant to all, even unto death. Jesus served everyone. And the best example of this is where he washed the disciples' feet. Do you remember that story? Jesus became the servant. And then the man, you can see the face of a man there. In Jesus' humanity, he was the Son of Man. And he had to show compassion and care for people. The only way he could do that was if he became a man. And then on the other side, you can see a little face of an eagle. The eagle was the animal that, or the bird that could fly highest above all other animals. That transcended and fly into the heavens, just like Jesus did. When he died and ascended into heaven, he became that exalted. The person we read about in the Bible, the people we sing about, he is the name above all names. Jesus ascended into his divinity, into his authority at the right hand of the Father. But then from this, that's just a little application. It's not really to do with the UFO story. What he does, he sees this, 4 of these angels come towards him. And then it says that their wingtips touched each other. And then I tried to look at different translations of the Bible, and I actually picked up in my son's Bible. He's got a Good News Bible. He's got a Good News Bible. If you got one at home, just read this verse again, and you'll find out that it says something that no other Bibles say. It says that they touch each other's wingtips in a square. So I'm going to do that for you. I'm going to call you 3 the 2 young ones. Alright, come up there, we're going to show you how this happens. So he sees these 4 angels coming towards him, these cherubim. You can come stand up here. And then what they've done was their wings touched each other in a square. So you stand like that, 1 and 1. Alright, you my little darling, you my other cherub. There's no female angels. I don't know where you come from. Alright, like that. Stand up straight there. And then you can stand on the knee. Perfect. And then put your fingertip like that. And then this one touches me. Are you seeing it? Are you seeing the square? So when they came out, they looked like this. There were 4 angels with their tips touching each other, and they were in a form of a square. Alright, here we go. Well done. Give me a round of applause. Wow. So that's how they came out. And that's interesting because it makes this UFO story a whole lot more credible. So he sees these angels come out in the form of a square, and their wingtips touching each other. And then he mentions wheels, and he says there's wheels inside wheels. And it's just what it is, wheels inside wheels. And he sees these intersecting wheels, and they come and they're actually next to the angels. So you see 4 angels in the square, and then you see the 4 wheels. Next to, are you envisioning in your mind's eye? And then above that he sees what he sees is a sea of glass. And on the sea of glass is a throne, and a person on the throne. And now just for that information, have you got the angels in the square? Have you got the 4 wheels? Have you got a throne and someone on it? Doesn't that sound like a car to you? And forget about Volkswagen and Henry Ford. This is the first automobile in the Bible. Because that's what it is. It's a screen, it's got 4 wheels. And it moves, just like a machine does. It says that these angels don't move by itself and the wheels don't move by itself. They all move together. So all the angels and the platform and the throne all move together. And it says where they go, they stop. And then when it goes up, it stops. And when it goes this way, so it all moves together like a machine, like a car. I call this the Godmobile. That's what it is. And then this is how it actually looks. There's two different interpretations. If you look on Google, you see lots of different artistic interpretations, and it's just up to the artist. So this is one. You can see the 4 wheels and the 4 angels. You see the platform, and you can see a throne with somebody on the throne. There's one that I actually prefer that looks like this. Because it looks more like a structure, it looks like something. And then we have the angels should have their wings touching each other. And you can imagine this is what Ezekiel saw. Coming out of the north, out of this moon, he saw this UFO. And now let me jump into UFO. What does UFO stand for? Who knows? Sorry? You're right. And this is an unidentified flying object. Now if I say UFO, some of you are thinking of the little green monkey on a flying saucer. That's rubbish, alright? There's nothing like that anywhere in the world. This is a UFO because it is an unidentified flying object. If you read to Ezekiel and say, did you see UFO? You can say, yeah, because that is an unidentified flying object. So what's interesting is that throne part, because this is the one that really got the Jews worried. Do you know that? Ezekiel chapter 1, the one we just read from, is called the forbidden chapter. The Jews were not allowed to read this alone. Do you know that? When they read this chapter, they had a rabbi came to it with them. Because of the person on the throne. Because according to the Jews, God is spirit, and he can be in a space and time like the Holy of Holies, but he was never in a physical form. He was always in a spirit form. So when they saw that person, they knew that it was God, but it couldn't be God, because God is not a physical person. And that's why they call it the forbidden chapter. The original Hebrew name of this chapter is the Merkabah. Everybody say it. Merkabah. Sounds cool, doesn't it? That's you. And moves the chariot. Because the Jews refer to this as God's chariot. So who is this person on the throne? It's interesting that the way they describe this person on the throne is the same as Daniel describes him. There's a person on the throne. And the same as John, in the book of Revelation, describes the same person. And in Revelation it says that the person on the throne with this characteristics is none other than Jesus Christ himself. So what Ezekiel actually saw was Jesus on that throne. And this became the unknown God. And the Jews, they knew it was God, they knew it was important, but they couldn't dare utter out that this was Jesus, because they don't believe in Jesus. So the person on the throne became the unknown God. In Acts 17, Paul is on Mars Hill in the Areopagus, and he's preaching to the people in Athens, and he goes to the temple and sees lots of different altars to gods. And he gets so confused because he actually gets to one that says to the unknown God, the altar to the unknown God. And he said, well, how can you mean? And they said, oh, that's any God you want. Now, we've mentioned all the gods you think there are, but if you got one, you just put your God in there, and that's your God. The altar to the unknown God. And Paul took that opportunity and said, well, listen, I see you've got an altar to the unknown God, but I'm going to tell you who this God is. He's the creator of heaven and earth. He died for our sins, and he rose again, and his name is Jesus Christ. So Jesus Christ was in Athens, the unknown God, revealed in the person of Jesus Christ. That's the same as Ezekiel. The Jews didn't know who their God was on the throne on that UFO, but it was none other than Jesus Christ. UFO. The U is for unknown. The F stands for faithful God. In Ezekiel's vision, when he comes to them, remember they were in exile in Babylon. They were far away from their own land. They thought, oh, it's all all about forgotten us. Jerusalem's destroyed, the temple's destroyed. Where is God in all this? And yet God rocks up in none other place than Iraq, Babylon. And he will show you the people of Israel, listen, I'm a good and faithful God. Yeah, sure, you're in a bad place, it's not where I want you to be, but all the promises that I promised over the land of Israel and for the people of Israel will come to pass. Everything that I promised Abraham and his descendants, that will still happen. Do you know that there's 207 different covenants between God and Israel? That's a lot. So God made 207 different promises to Israel. A lot of them have obviously come true, and some of them are still to come true. The biggest one was going back to their homeland. In 1948, Israel became a national independent state again. And prior to that, all the Jews were returning from all over the world and going back to Jerusalem, back to Israel. Why? Because God is a good and faithful God. And then that O, remember UFO? unknown, the God that became known to us through Jesus Christ. The F is faithful, just as he was to Israel. He's faithful to you too. Everything he's promised over your life will come to pass, because that is the God, the Bible we serve. And then that O, this is one that I think you must take note of. It's a big word called our omnipresent God. Omni is Latin for all. Present is present. All present, because God is everywhere. And this is interesting, because some people believe that God is in everything, means he's in this water, he's in this book, he's in the tree, he's in the sun. That is not the biblical view of God. God is everywhere in person. Alright, so he is not in the leaf, and he's not in the water and in the sun, but he is present everywhere. And this is one of the most amazing and sometimes confusing attributes of God. Because think of it like this. Right now, God is looking straight into your eyes. Only you, Jessica. And he's looking into your eyes and he's saying, I love you. God, thank you. At the same time he's doing that, his eyes are on everybody, around the world, around the universe. Isn't that amazing? And that's the power that God has. Why? Because he is the omnipresent God. And I love that picture of Jesus in the Bible. He's at the well with the lady. You remember that? And in that, it's only Jesus and this woman in the well. Yet at the same time, when Jesus was only talking to this woman, God was everywhere. And right now, that's our confidence too. He was saying to the people of Israel, remember, I was in the temple. I was confined and limited to that space. But I'm not there no more. You cannot confine me to a temple or a building or even to Babylon, because I am everywhere. And as I am everywhere, I will be with you everywhere. That's our confidence and hope that God gives us through this vision. That even though you might be going through some trying times, and you might be thinking, man, God, where are you? On what distant planet are you? The truth is that he's an omnipresent God. And right now, God is watching you as he watches everybody else. And he's giving you that undivided attention, that undivided love, care, and compassion that he gives for everybody else. At the same time, he's got his eye on the universe. So does God have a UFO? Yes. What does he stand for? Unknown. The unknown God that revealed himself in the person of Jesus Christ. What does the S stand for? Faithful. He's a good and faithful God. And everything he's promised over your life will come true. We can stand on the promises of God's word. Everything in here we can claim because God has promised it to us. And what does that O stand for? Omnipresent. God is everywhere. Just as he's watching the people in Canada and China and America, he's got his eye on every one of you the same as today. That's our confidence and hope we take for this week. That God here began through a trial time, just like the people of Israel. They weren't where they should have been, they were being slaves and servitude to Babylonians, but God's eye was with them, and he was going to protect them and help them, and eventually bring all his promises to come to pass. So are UFOs in the Bible? Definitely. Ezekiel chapter 1. Are the little green men found around farm sources? Definitely not. Alright, there is just a scientific fact and a biblical fact. There are no little green men found around the universe. Do you know that it's actually a scientific impossibility? For any aliens, there should be. I know that scientists have said there's some photographs out there of certain planets that might have organisms. But scientists, the true scientists actually tell us it's an impossibility for there to be life on any other planets, and furthermore, for those lives to actually contact Earth. If you take them hundreds and hundreds and millions of years to actually get to us. That's the closest planet, what they say the Bible. So it's an impossibility. Besides the fact that the Bible says that we are the crown of God's creation. We are it. There is nobody else. And sure, you look at the universe and it looks like a big waste of space, but I like that. Because God loves me so much, He's put me on this planet. He says, Raymond and the rest of humanity, don't worry about the other little green men. There are none out there. I love you. On this planet, I've given only you. And I like that about God. So does God have you ever? Yes. He's an unknown God that made himself known through Jesus. Faithful, good and faithful. And he's everywhere. Right now, looking at each one of you in your situation and guiding you to victory so you can become everything that God created you. In Jesus' name, amen.